I think I just saw you on a TV show. Were you just in New York? You were promoting an anniversary of Aladdin?
Yes, the Blu-ray just came out on October 13th, so we were on The View, and we were on Good Morning America, and we were on the Rachel Ray Show. It was a busy week.
What was it like having so much of the cast back together?
Oh, that was really special. Like, we've been working together for 23 years, so for us it was really, like, we're family. And we don't get to see each other all the time, but it was really great.
That's so awesome. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to open up the floor for any questions that you may have for Linda. We have a microphone right over here in the corner. Don't be shy. You guys can line up. Anything that you guys can think of. Anybody?
We have some I see somebody who might have a question.
Come on down.
Oh, good. The microphone's right there.
Hi. I wanted to know, who is your favorite Disney princess besides Jasmine?
I'm glad you said besides Jasmine, because she's definitely my favorite. I would say from my era of princesses, I love Belle. Belle is just my favorite at that time. As a little girl, Snow White was my princess, so those are my two. Who's yours? Besides Jasmine.
I'd probably say Merida or Mulan.
Okay, very cool. You know, I have a special connection to Mulan because Lea Salonga, who sings for Jasmine, also sings for Mulan.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, very cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay, I love Lea Salonga.
Yes, me too. She made me cry on Good Morning America.
The only one to play two Disney princesses ever.
That's right.
It's pretty impressive.
I know.
Anyway, so my question for you was, how has it been for you to sort of be a part of the Disney legend, to see your work transcend so many generations, and to maybe change your perspective of what it means to make something to really last, to see it being passed down from mother to daughter to son and everything? Yeah. How has that kind of changed how you approach things and your feeling for this amazing product that you've made?
Well, okay, so when we first made the movie, we had no idea what it was going to become.
Yeah.
So definitely I'm starting to understand now that it's the 23rd anniversary of it, and now that I'm meeting people who grew up on it and their kids are seeing it for the first time, I'm starting to understand how it's a really big deal and that it's going to be...
Forever.
Forever.
It's going to be forever.
Yeah,
It's Disney.
It's Disney. I know, and I'm really honored to be a part of it, obviously.
Yeah.
And I do feel the impact it has on people, and it's pretty cool.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Hi. Oh, you can lower it a little.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe. Does it come off of the stand? Pull it right off.
Hi.
Hi.
My question was, how was it working with Robin Williams?
Oh, that's a really good question. I was very lucky because I got to work with him one day. And they really didn't have to have me there because we could record separate, but they let me come in and work with him, and he was so funny and so nice. And I had grown up with him. He did a show when I was a little girl called Mork and Mindy. And I just loved him. I was obsessed with him. And then to meet him in person, I was really nervous. And he made me feel very calm. And he was really nice to me. And he made me laugh for 4 hours. So it was fun.
Thank you.
Thank you. Maybe you want to, yeah.
My question was, how would you explain the personality of Jasmine?
How would I explain the personality of Jasmine? Well, I think one thing about Jasmine that's very unique is that she's a feisty princess and she has a very strong mind. And Jasmine did something really cool. Jasmine said to her father, the law is wrong about the marriage law. And then she went out and she risked everything because of what she believed in, and she changed the law, which I think is a pretty modern, cool princess.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What was your favorite part of doing the movie?
My favorite part of doing the movie was seeing the movie for the first time when it was all done at the premiere at El Capitan Theater in Los Angeles. Seeing the magic of that film, my voice coming out of that princess, that was my favorite part for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you. I know who your favorite princess is.
Linda, you're gonna give me a heart attack here. Oh my God.
No, don't have a heart attack. You'll be
So,
fine.
I don't have a question for you,
Okay.
but are you able to like speak like Jasmine? Like you say your famous quotes or anything?
Do you want to hear a line from the movie? Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. Everybody, close your eyes. Oh, Father, Raja was just playing with him. Weren't you, Raja? You were just playing with that overdressed, self-absorbed Prince Ahmed, weren't you?
Oh my God. That's my favorite line too. Oh my. I'll see you later.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
It's great to finally meet you.
It's great to meet you.
You
too.
are adorable.
Oh, thank you. So nice.
I was watching the documentary and how like your brother like was inspired by Jasmine's look by you and
Oh, you mean the animator?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Yes.
and what I want to ask you was what is your favorite Aladdin movie of the sequels?
Of the sequels, well, okay, I'm kind of partial to the one that Robin Williams came back to do. So the first one, we didn't have him because it actually had started as a cartoon series. After the film, we did a 100-episode cartoon series. And the first 4 episodes of the cartoon series was Aladdin and the King of Thieves was the first sequel, right? Or
It's Aladdin Return of the Jafar.
Return of Jafar was the first one, and then Aladdin and the King of Thieves was the second one. So Return of Jafar was really the first 4 episodes of the cartoon series, and Robin Williams wasn't doing the cartoon series. Do you know who did the voice of the genie?
No.
This is a really good trivia question. In the cartoon series and The Return of Jafar, it was Homer Simpson.
For real? Oh, that's a fun
Dan-
fact.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know it. Dan Castellaneta was the genie, but when Robin realized we were doing another sequel to the film and not just a cartoon series, he came back and did Aladdin and the King of Thieves. So I loved that one. I loved them both, but I really loved that one.
I agree, that was the best one.
Oh, good. Okay, good.
I got nothing. I just came for moral support.
All right.
Thank you so much.
you.
Thanks. I think there's somebody in the audience, a boy, who had a question for me. Where is he?
Don't be
He
shy.
promised me he was going to ask me a question. I don't see him.
Well, while we're waiting for that, I was curious about how did you get into voice acting? Was that something that you always wanted to do?
It wasn't something that I set out to do. It was just one of probably a dozen auditions I had in a week in Los Angeles, and it was just something that I was good at, and I would get really good response to it. And then, of course, when I was cast as Princess Jasmine, everybody took it very seriously that I could do voice acting.
Sure.
Yeah, because it's a very small world. It really is. It's not, no pun intended. It's a small world. It's really very few actors get to do voiceovers too. So yeah, it was just kind of one of those things I think was meant to be. Yeah. Hi there.
Hello. Whatever major roles did you play in any other movie?
Well, that's the biggest role I've ever played in a movie. I have done some other pretty big things. I did a game called Grand Theft Auto 5, which some people here may know.
I played it.
Do you know who I play?
No, I don't.
I don't either because I didn't ever play it, but I know it was part of a cartoon within the game. Later, I'll tell you more.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Hi.
I got here eventually and then totally forgot my question because I started thinking about Grand Theft Auto.
Have you played Grand Theft Auto too?
I've seen like Let's Plays on YouTube here and there. They're kind of funny because people shout random stupid things, but they're not like a plot-driven game. It's more just a shoot 'em up. So
Right.
it's not my thing.
Very different than Disney.
I like plot. I'm a writer, so
Oh, cool.
that's my thing.
I like plot too.
Oh my God, the animation aspect. You recorded your voice and then they animated to your voice, correct?
That's correct.
So facial expression wise, how do you think that was adapted when you like really made like really, did they ask you to make really mimicky poses or did they just want really
No.
natural?
Yes, that's a
Flowing.
good question. Everything very natural. Like I
Very
really
natural.
even forgot that it was being filmed most of the time
Yeah?
because the film was just for reference for the animator. So the animator would look at the films while he was drawing, and I think some of my expressions are incorporated into the character.
Jasmine does like the sassy hip cocking thing and she
Oh,
like does
yeah.
her hair and I was just kind of curious because
Yeah.
that shows because Disney animates to voices unlike voice
They do.
dubbers.
A lot of people don't know that actually. A lot of people think that it's drawn first and then we dub the voices,
Right.
but it's the opposite.
It's the opposite. Well, because they
Yeah.
make the cartoon themselves. Cartoons that are made somewhere else or anime, they have to dub over them.
Right.
So that,
Yeah, no, they draw to the voice, and I think
I
that's
can
what
just
makes the
imagine
character
how
feel.
they animated Robin Williams, larger than life, how they had to like figure that out.
I mean, what better than
Right?
animation when you've got somebody who
Right.
the sky's the limit.
Oh my God.
So anything he does, they can draw to it.
Spectacular.
Any character that he came up with, they could transform the genie into that character. There were no limits because it was animation.
Since there's no one behind me, out of curiosity, were you able to meet the singers, Brad Kane and Lea Salonga?
So we didn't work together because they
Right.
had separate
Yes.
sessions. They would be with the orchestra, so they didn't need us there the same day,
Right.
right? But we did all of the press together. So before the movie came out, we would be, riding camels in Disney World. Yeah, we remember.
That's
Brad and I
intense.
were just talking about it this last week, how we were on camels in the rain in Disney World.
Did they dress you up like Jasmine too?
No, but we had little jackets that they were like black,
Yeah.
little snap front jackets that had Aladdin logo on the back and our names on the front. I still have it. So
Like
I have
a
a little
Letterman
jacket that
jacket.
says Jasmine.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
cute.
it's cute. So we wore those and we rode camels and we got to spend a lot of time together. And
Yeah.
I see Leia sometimes in New York. I'm going to see her in her play. She's doing a play in New York.
That's right. She's doing Allegiance.
Allegiance,
with
yeah.
the King of Cons. Oh my God, I can't remember his name.
I know, I'm blanking right now too.
Oh my God.
we're
the
gonna
guy
think
from
of it.
Star Trek.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God.
Can somebody help us? The Star Trek guy? Who is
George
it?
Takei?
George today.
Yeah,
Him.
someone
Yeah,
said
she's
it.
doing it with him.
Yep.
Anyway, thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
So was there any pictures of Jasmine before you did the voice? Like, did you know what she was gonna kind of look like?
I did. There were sketches, so I would see those, and there was also like a 3D animated, not colored, but it was just like, I don't know, a mold cast of Jasmine. So I knew she had really long hair and she was very beautiful and that she had a belly button, first one. So yeah, I knew a little bit what she looked like, but then that evolved over time too. It changed as the animator drew and as we recorded. It was a long process.
I was gonna say, like, by just seeing the photo, were you able to base the voice on just a reference?
I did not. I based the voice really on my instincts with the character and with the script. So it didn't, looking at her, to me, any person can sound any way. So you can see, a big guy with a high voice or a little guy with a big booming voice, and the same with females. And it was just for me like how I connected to what was written.
Awesome.
I'm one of the little guys with a big
With a
booming
big
voice.
voice, you are.
So, Moose from Podcast for Sci-Fi, but the real question that I have for you is who inspires you as a voice actress? So when you hear someone, like when I hear James Earl Jones, I think that is a great voice. So when you hear someone, who do you hear and say, gosh, that was really good?
Well, interesting. When I first was auditioning for Jasmine, one of the voices that they were referencing was Lauren Bacall. And for me, that's a voice that is distinct, that it is just like so rich and beautiful. It's nothing like my voice at all. They obviously changed their minds about what direction they were going when they heard my voice. But Lauren Bacall, for me, was one of those voices that I just wanted to emulate but couldn't. So I just had to do me.
You do you great.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
In the movie, there's a character appearance, like 3.
Tell me again, there's 3
Character appearance.
Okay. What's the question?
Like, what are you asking exactly?
Like in other movies, they have character appearance like a carpet from Jasmine in The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
I see what you're saying. So there are 3 in Aladdin, and which ones are they? Okay.
Pinocchio,
Yes.
Sebastian from the
Yes,
Little Mermaid.
yes, that's right.
And Beast when Jasmine's father is putting up the stacks of animals.
That's right, and Beast is in the stack.
Yeah.
Oh, you're really good. I wouldn't have known the answer to that.
That's
if
good
somebody
trivia.
asks me that, I'm coming to find you. But hopefully I'll remember. Thank you. Yeah, very.
Hello there.
Hi
Nice to meet
there.
you.
Nice to meet you.
My name's Antonio, and I just wanted to say that you have the most beautiful voice for Jasmine ever in a film. I swear, every time
you,
when I listen to
Antonio.
it, it feels like I want to be a part of it too. And yeah.
You're gonna make me cry.
Well, anyway, when I first heard that you were coming to Miami, I said, "Wow, just in time for its Blu-ray release."
Right? I know, the timing has been perfect. I signed my first Blu-ray a week ago, so there's only, I think, 30 out there in the world at this moment.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So here's my question. Let me see here. It has been more than 23 years since Aladdin's first release. How was the premiere like, by any chance?
The premiere 23 years ago?
Yeah,
It was so cool. So it was at this theater in Los Angeles that's really old and famous called El Capitan.
Ooh, I heard about that place.
It's so beautiful. It's just a single movie theater. It's not a multiplex like we are used to now. It's on Hollywood Boulevard, and it was just incredible. They had a pre-show live thing where the characters came out and they showed the movie, and everybody loved the movie so much, as you can imagine, seeing it for the first time.
That's amazing.
Was great.
One more. Alan Menken got nominated and won the Oscar for Best Score. How does that make you feel?
Fantastic. Every Oscar for this movie is well deserved, so it made me feel great. And I just saw Alan a week ago when we were doing the press tour for the Blu-ray release, and he's the nicest person. He's writing all kinds of new music for this show called Gallivant, which he's writing with Scott Weinger, who's Aladdin, who's a really great writer.
Great actor, I might say.
Great actor and a great writer. He's been writing for Blackish, which you guys might have seen that show on TV. Scott Weinger is one of the writers. When you watch the credits, you'll see. And he's writing with Alan Menken for Gallivant.
That's wonderful. And one final question: when you did the voice for Jasmine, all the gasping, all the yelling, and all that, I believe, from the movie, where you had to like for example, in the scene where Jasmine is talking to Jafar,
Yes.
and telling him that Aladdin was going to be beheaded, you did this little gasp, and it was so adorable, absolutely adorable. It's like it's a voice that should be winning Oscars, is what it is.
Oh, well, I don't think that voices are eligible for Oscars, because there was a big scandal about that with Scarlett Johansson about a year ago.
For the movie Her, right?
Yeah, for Her. And it was such a wonderful performance, and
It was great. I loved it.
But apparently you have to appear on screen for 10 seconds or something. There's a rule about it.
I see.
But
if they ever do, I bet you'll get nominated one day.
Well, thank you very much. You know, I was given the honor in 2011. I was made a Disney legend, which to me is better than an Oscar.
Walt would be proud.
Thank
you very much.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi. I can't get the. Oh, okay.
You got it.
So, did they ever think of like, since there's only one parent in the movie, you had the dad.
Yeah.
Did you ever know like what the story was with the mom, or did they were they deciding?
Right, that's a really good question. They never had a mom for Jasmine from the beginning. And they didn't really talk about it. It was just like, there's no mom. And that was kind of something that's common with Disney princesses, that there's no mom. And there's a lot of theory about that, and about Walt Disney and him like wanting that kind of conflict there for these princesses. But also Aladdin, in the beginning of the movie, had parents. But then they got rid of them during the making of the movie. But if you go see the Broadway play, there was a song they cut from the movie when they cut the parents called Proud of Your Boy. And that song is back in the Broadway play. And Aladdin sings it, and it's really beautiful. He still doesn't have parents, but at least he talks about them.
Cool. And one more thing. What was it like to work with Robin Williams?
Oh, it was really, really great. He's, you know, one of the best actors and human beings that we had, and I feel really lucky to have worked with him.
Thank you.
Thank you.
On the Blu-ray, was there new released material from Robin Williams? I believe I saw that.
Yes, the Blu-ray, there were, as you can imagine, tons of outtakes, and the Blu-ray has outtakes that nobody's ever seen or heard before of Robin that they did rough animation to.
Any outtakes for you?
I was there the day that those outtakes were recorded, and somebody at Disney said they can hear me laughing in the back of one of them. So I have to listen to them. I don't know. Hi.
My question is, have you played any other characters in a different movie or
That's
something?
a very good question. So I sound a lot like Princess Jasmine. So for Disney, I'm probably never going to be anything but Princess Jasmine. But for other movies, I've been different characters. And trying to think of something that you might know. Oh, well, this is still Jasmine, but Jasmine's in Sophia the First, and that's me. And you probably know Sophia the First, right? A lot of people like that TV show. But yeah, other characters in other movies, probably nothing that you would know as well as Jasmine. But I'll let you know if they call me to be a new princess.
I'm very happy you're here in Miami.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here in Miami too.
I actually just came down into Florida.
Did you come down here just for this convention? Did you come down here to visit your family?
I came down here to live here.
Oh. Well, welcome to Florida. All right, thank you for your question. Bye.
How was it working with Scott? Because he was in Full House.
So, Scott brought DJ to the premiere of Aladdin. Did you know that?
Well, no, but
That was his date to the premiere of Aladdin. Yeah, which was so cute. Scott is such a good person and a really good actor, and working with him for 23 years, because we've been working together, even when we do new stuff now, we get to work together sometimes, and I couldn't think of a better person to have that experience with. And I can't wait to see him on Fuller House.
yeah,
That's
I'm
gonna
waiting
be
for
fun.
that.
I know, me too.
I have the whole Full House pack.
He wouldn't tell me anything. All I know is he's back, but it's very confidential.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll know soon enough. I think it premieres next year, right?
Yeah, they're recording now, and they'll be airing it all on the same day. They release the whole thing. Hi.
Hi,
Hi.
my name's Alex. Nice to meet you, Linda.
Nice to meet you, Alex.
Oh my God, this is a great honor because I've been a Disney fan for years since I was a little kid, and you made me have a huge crush on Princess Jasmine.
Oh, yeah, she's
Just
pretty
her voice.
hot.
I just like. I love Belle, but you just topped it off because you added the spunkiness towards her voice. You just. It's just a real honor.
Oh, thank you. You know, it's really written, the character's written like that, so I had the freedom to go there, which was really cool for me. But thank you for saying that.
You're welcome. And I have a question for you. When you play Jasmine and you incorporate yourself into it, how does it feel nowadays to be called Princess Jasmine amongst your family members, your friends? It's like, wow, you know?
I think my family's not that impressed anymore. They're so used to it. They're like, yeah, when I took my little cousin to Disney World, she bought a Snow White costume.
Ouch.
I know, I was like, what about the Jasmine costume? And she's like, I like that one a lot, but I think I want Snow White. I was like, okay, they're just too used to me now. But no, it's an honor to be Princess Jasmine. I realize that this is an incredible thing, that I must have been a really good person in my last life because I got a really big gift in this one. So yeah, I think that it's pretty special. I don't know that I fully realized it when I first did it. I maybe realized it a little bit, and now I realize it a lot.
Honestly, I definitely can see you as a princess more like Cinderella, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
you do
right?
look like Cinderella. You could pull it off
Yeah.
if you cosplayed.
Or Cinderella or Elsa, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, the blondes.
Or Rapunzel.
Or Rapunzel. Yeah.
Wow. Well,
But
thank you so much
thank
for
you.
everything.
Thanks,
You're just
Alex.
awesome.
Thanks. Hi.
Hi. When you played the role, did you think of how your character would act back then when you were in the Arabian?
I see what you're saying. You're asking, like, did I imagine myself being in that culture, being in
Did
an
you act
Arabian
as Princess
culture?
Be there?
Well, okay, so specifically when I had lines with the tiger or when we had the sequence leading through the marketplace, I was able to really imagine that world, which is very different from any world that I knew growing up. So yes, I did picture myself in that magical, exotic land. So it helped me. It really did. And it was all described so beautifully in the script. So,
Thank you.
thank you. That's a great question.
If they tell you to play another princess, what do you think it would be?
Another princess that already exists or another princess?
A new one.
Anyone. What kind of princess? Well, we haven't had an American princess lately. I wonder what that would be like. What would be like an American princess? Like, we have a British princess, we have Princess Kate, but what would an American princess be like? That would be kind of fun to create.
We should
Right?
contact Disney and we should get on that.
I know, right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have you ever met another princess from like the Disney?
I have, because when they made me a Disney legend, they also made Belle, Ariel, Lea Salonga, who sings for me in Mulan, and Tiana. And I met them all, and we have pictures together, all 5 of us. But I don't know where they are. Disney has them.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. There you are.
Did you also play Jasmine in The Return of Jafar?
I did. I played Jasmine in everything and anything you ever hear that's Jasmine. Every toy and game and park attraction and movie and cartoon series is always me.
And what's your favorite scene from the movie?
My favorite scene from the movie, I'm going to say, and it's funny because I'm kind of not in it, but the magic carpet ride is my favorite scene. But I have the line right before and right after the song, so I do feel very much a part of it. And I just love that scene. What's your favorite scene from the movie?
when Aladdin opens the thing
On the balcony? Or on the...
when Aladdin meets the genie.
Oh, the best. And that song, Friend Like Me. I love that. That is such a great number, too, in the Broadway show. Oh, my gosh. It's really, really fun. But that's a great scene.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello again.
Hello again.
One quick question. If Walt Disney Animation Studios asked you to be like in another Aladdin sequel, if they ever do make it, what would you react to?
I'd be like, yay! Because that would be very good news. I hope they do make another sequel.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that something we could possibly see in the future?
Well, you know, I wonder. Because Robin is no longer with us, so I don't know. I don't know. It might be what we have, might be all we have. But luckily, we have a lot. So.
That's wonderful. Next question. If this is a funny one that I just came up with. If Jasmine were to watch either Walt Disney's Big Hero 6 or Fantasia 2000, what do you think she would be like? If, like, for example, Big Hero 6 is one of the most greatest films that Disney's ever conceived since Fantasia 2000.
Which one do you think Jasmine would prefer?
Well, when
That's a
I
good
when I watch like a regular film by Disney, for example, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, Fantasia 2000, those are like regular Disney films. But when I watch Big Hero 6, I watch something completely different. Who here has seen Big Hero 6?
Yeah, a lot of people.
Great motion picture, huh? It's fantastic.
So I think Jasmine might prefer Big Hero 6.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And what time will you be doing autographs at?
I'm not sure.
We'll find out. We'll find out for you.
Okay.
We'll find out before
All right,
the
thank
end
you.
of this.
Oh, look right now.
Thank you very much.
She's going to Google it.
I got
you. Thanks, Heather.
So, you know Belle from Beauty and the Beast?
Yes.
So, how did you become friends, like...
With Belle?
Yeah.
Okay, so when I started doing Aladdin, they were still doing Beauty and the Beast. So it hadn't come out yet in theaters. So I heard about this girl, Paige, but I hadn't met her. And then when her movie came out, I think she was visiting the lot and I met her at the studio. But then this year I got to spend a lot of time with Belle because we did a convention together and it was really fun. And we sat next to each other and we did panels together and she's just great. She's really great.
Also, my birthday is when Robin Williams' birthday is.
No way! That's pretty cool. Well, you must be a very special person, too.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
It's just great to hear you talk. I just like to ask questions and make you talk to me. It's great.
Thank you.
So what do you do? What do you like to do besides voice acting? Like, what are your hobbies, or what do you do?
Okay, well, so my husband is an actor, too, and he travels a lot for work, so I like to go with him places. So he was just doing a play in London, and I spent like 4 months in London. And when we're home, I volunteer for an organization where I get to raise a puppy every year. So that is when I'm home in New York, that's probably my favorite hobby. And I can take the puppy to recording sessions, so I just have to take the collar off so it doesn't jingle, but
That's
yeah.
awesome. If they ever offered to let you foster care a tiger, would you do it?
In a minute.
Okay.
Are you kidding? I want a pet tiger so bad. I mean, what's better than that? A pet tiger that definitely you're safe with? Only in animation.
Exactly. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for your questions. Hi.
If this is a little bit of a hot topic, let me know, and I won't be offended or anything. But what kind of response have you gotten from Middle Easterners and Middle Eastern Americans as far as portrayal of their culture?
Yes, I understand the question, and I'm happy to answer it. This is obviously, I'm from a different background than my character, and often now they cast the voice actors sort of in line with the character and that culture. But at the time that I did it, it wasn't a consideration. And truly, in animation, everything is possible. You can have a pet tiger, and you can have a flying carpet, and the character can be anybody. And you're not bound by the color of your hair or your cultural background. If it were a live-action film, I would have never been able to audition for it. But because it was animation, I was able to be a part of it. So I think sometimes when people are not feeling okay about that, they have to remember that it's animation, and it can be anything, and we're lucky that it can be pieced together from the best of everything. So thank you for your question. Sure. Thanks.
Who is Jasmine's mom?
Well, they don't talk about it in the movie, but I think Jasmine's mom was probably really beautiful, because her dad was kind of funny looking, don't you think? So I think she was probably just like Jasmine, but Jasmine doesn't have a mom anymore. She was raised by her dad. So they don't talk about it in the movie. They never talked about it to me. We just carried on from that point. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you made another movie of Aladdin, would you put like Jasmine's mom in it?
No, I would still play Jasmine, because I still play Jasmine in every new game and new toy and new everything. So even though I get older, Jasmine's always teenager. And as long as I still sound like her, the beauty of animation is I can play her for the rest of my life.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi.
A technical question about voice acting. Now, when you're there reading your lines in the sound studio,
Yeah.
it's just you, right, reading from the script?
Well, sometimes. Sometimes it's just me, and sometimes it's me and the actor that I'm in the scene with. So with a feature film for Disney, you have all the time in the world. So we recorded everything every way.
Okay, good, because my question was, how do you figure out the pauses, between dialogue, between you and the other character, to make it more realistic?
Yeah, it's a good question. We typically would do the recording sessions together first, and then when we'd come back to do them alone, we would know where the pauses were because we'd already done it with the other actor.
Okay, so you would listen to it also on your off time?
We wouldn't listen to it. We just kind of once you've
just
done it,
remember
it sort of becomes part of how you know. It's like when you hear a song one time,
You just get the natural rhythm in your head.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Hi.
Hello. Okay, first off, my name is Jasmine, so by default, you are my favorite Disney princess, and I just needed to say that.
I bet your mom was a Jasmine fan too.
She was. She
I
definitely
knew it.
was. I wanted to ask, you said earlier that you were talking about becoming a Disney legend, and I wondered what that actually meant.
Okay, yeah. So Disney has a Hall of Fame, and it's every 2 years at their D23 convention. They induct 10 people who've had an indelible impression on the Walt Disney legend, on their legacy, and they are sometimes actors. They're sometimes the head of marketing. Sometimes somebody like Jim Henson, who created the Muppets. He was in my year, so I remember that one. But it's always somebody who's made a contribution to the Disney legacy that is very important to them. So I think there are maybe 250 people in the Hall of Fame. Most of them are not with us anymore because it's usually an honor bestowed at the end of your career. So me and the other princesses were like, I hope this isn't the end of our career. We were like the youngest people to ever be inducted into the Hall of Fame. So it was really cool, but that's basically what it is.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
So this isn't a question, but I wanted to let you know that yesterday I was watching Enchanted Tales with my little sister.
Oh, wow.
And that's one of her favorite Disney knockoffs.
Okay.
And I just want to say thank you for teaching me and my sister the lessons of perseverance. Honestly.
Thank you. That is so cool.
It's such a sweet, like, mini movie episode, and we always sing the song, like, I won't give up. Like,
Yeah.
So, yeah, thank you.
By the way, that's really my story with this part because I had to audition so many times for this part, and even after I got the part, they were like, one person was, very powerful person, was trying to replace me. And I was like, how am I going to keep this part? So seeing the movie the first time at the premiere, I was like, oh, phew, it's still me.
Good. Thank you so much. Have
Thank
a wonderful
you.
day.
Thank you, you too.
What was your favorite Disney movie, but except no princesses in it?
Okay, so do you remember The Sound of Music?
Yes.
When I was a little girl, that was a really big deal movie for me. I loved that movie so much. And 2 weeks ago, I got to meet Julie Andrews, which was the first time in my life I'd ever met her. And she's a Disney legend too. And I was like, I can't believe I'm in the same company with this woman who was just huge to me growing up and still is.
Yeah, like Mary Poppins.
Yes. Yeah, we were just so lucky because we were on the same episode of Rachel Ray. So we weren't there for the same reason, but we were on the same episode, and backstage they said, oh, we've got 3 Disney people here. Let's get a picture with them. And we got to get a picture with Julie Andrews, me, Aladdin, and Julie Andrews. Aladdin, Jasmine, and Mary Poppins. A rare picture.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we probably have time for another question or two if there's any last minute questions you guys have for Linda. Don't be
Covered
shy.
a lot of ground.
We really did.
These are good questions.
Did we ask what's your favorite? I see someone's dressed up over there.
Yeah. Oh, we have an Aladdin.
Yes, he's arrived. Do you have a favorite song from the movie?
Oh, wow.
It's hard to pick. I know. Alan Menken's.
It's not that hard to pick.
Oh.
A Whole New World is definitely my favorite song. I cry almost every time I hear it.
And it was awesome hearing them sing it again on television.
Yeah, so on Good Morning America, they sang A Whole New World, and we were standing around the piano, and it was really, really cool. It was so great. Hey!
Yes, I have a question for you.
Yes, tell me.
Out of all the Disney animal characters, like Bambi, Simba, which one is your favorite Disney animal character?
Oh, wow. I've never been asked that question. Immediately I would say Raja because I had the most time with Raja. But if I really, really had to think about it, there might be somebody else as an animal character.
Who is it?
I'm thinking The Jungle Book. I'm thinking... I don't know. I'm gonna have to think more about it because I don't want to tell you now. But I'm gonna say Raja for now.
Okay.
But I'm gonna think about that question because I bet somebody's gonna ask me that again, and I want to have the true answer.
All right.
But you know what I thought your question was gonna be?
What?
Do you trust me?
I was about to, but then I felt nervous about it. But
now's your chance.
Well,
All
now's
right.
your chance.
Jasmine, do you trust me?
Yes. Great.
Way to go, Aladdin.
I can show you the world.
Oh, thank you.
This is our final question, and then we're going to do something really cool. We're going to take a big group photo.
Okay.
Have you ever been in the Disney parade?
I have. I've been in several Disney parades. I've ridden a camel, and I've ridden a float, and I've never ridden an elephant. So that is something I hope to do eventually.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.